Cougar fans, I'm Dave Dimling here, accompanied by the women's soccer grad assistant coach, Coach Patrick Elster. How's it going, Coach?
Good. It's good to be here.
All right, sweet. Well, we'll get right into it. We'll kind of recap last week before we get into what you guys got coming up.
Sure.
Last week, you guys had that bye week on the weekend, and it looked to kind of do everything that you guys wanted and more. You guys showed up at home against Ben U, beat them 4-2. Looked like you guys were kind of in control of that must-win game pretty much all 90 minutes. Kind of talk to me what you guys were seeing on the sidelines for that one.
Yeah, we knew it was an extremely important game for us, right? We're getting into the end here where it's a horse race right now. So Ben U was kind of a must-win. That being said, we really wanted to focus on possessing the ball in that game. How can we dictate the tempo? How can we keep the ball? And how can we create quality chances? So a lot of practice that week, right? A lot of reps crossing, serving the ball in. That's how we scored 2 of our goals. Being able to put the ball in the back of the net, stringing together a good performance was super important for us.
Yeah, I mean, from being I was able to spectate that game up in the box, and you guys kind of gave up that early goal, and then it felt like the very next run, you guys knotted it right back up and found that equalizer. Kind of, what was the motivation between the team right there, kind of showing that we're not backing down no matter, because we know how important that game was?
Yeah, honestly, I think the goal took everybody by surprise. It was completely against the run of play. We had been dominating. But one thing that we've really stressed as a coaching staff and within our team culture lately is how can we be resilient, right? So we needed to find a sense of resiliency. After the first ball goes in, if it goes in against us, right, how do we respond? So pretty quickly there, we were on the front foot to start there. Even though we went down 1, we were able to get back on the front foot pretty quick there, right? We still putting in quality chances. The service came in. Grace did a good job finishing it. And then we kind of let the air out and kind of eased our way into the game from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, very productive win out of that one. And then we'll kind of move ahead to shift towards this weekend, this fall break senior day matchup you guys got with Wisconsin Lutheran. Kind of without giving away too much about the kind of strategy you guys got planned, what's the focus overall for the team going into that one?
Yeah, so the first focus is this game is important,
Absolutely.
right? We're getting it again, like I said, it's that horse race right now. And Wisconsin Lutheran is a team that's just above us in the table right now. So being able to pick up this win is not only going to help us jump them in the conference, but if it ever came down to a head-to-head,
those tiebreakers.
Yeah, it's the tiebreaker, right? So it's extremely important. So again, I'm not going to give away some of our secret sauce, but we've been looking at the scout, the film, the formation they kind of play, and we've been talking about it even in a film session this morning about areas we can exploit them. So in terms of personnel, right, we're looking to roll out our best 11 that are going to give us the best chance to win. We're looking again to, even though they're above us in the standings right now, to dominate the game, dictate the tempo, create quality chances, and then put ourselves in a good position moving forward as we get closer to the conference tournament here.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys got 4 games left. I mean, you guys are knotted up in that 3-way tie for 7th right now, but kind of, we'll talk about the kind of senior day activities. Is it hard to kind of focus on that and not take away from the importance of the game, or is it not a difficult thing at all and everyone's just still focused on what matters most?
Yeah, so I'll give you the Weasley answer and say it's both, right? So obviously we want to commemorate our seniors and everything that they've done here. That being said, that can't detract from the fact that this game is extremely important. So yes, our seniors will have a role to play, but at the end of the day, right, 3 points. 3 points is
Absolutely.
the goal. So we're going to focus on that. That's going to be the message we drive home with the players.
Yeah, and then I'll kind of look a little bit farther ahead to next week as well before I'll meet with anyone on your coaching staff. You guys are going to have to drive up to Madison and play Edgewood. How important is that game? I know, as we kind of talked about, every game's pretty important. Without taking away from Wisconsin Lutheran, what are you guys thinking about for Edgewood as well?
Yeah, so we're trying to live where our feet are, right? Look, the next game here at Wisconsin Lutheran, but we've already kind of preempted some of the scout ahead. Edgewood's a talented side, right? There's no way around it. Sometimes they're kind of a toss-up, it looks like, with the results they've been pulling through. But again, it's going to be an important game, and it's a game that our coaching staff believes we can get. It's just going to take all of us to do it, in the preparation, the scout, right, the film, the functional stuff in practice, buying into it to set us up for success for it.
Yeah, well, it really looks like you guys are all going in the right direction right now when it matters most. I'm really excited to see how this horse race ends.
Yeah.
So good luck this weekend, and good luck the rest of the year.
Great. Thanks so much. Looking forward to it.
All right. For any more information on women's soccer, go to cucougars.com. I'm Dave Dimling signing off. As always, roll
Hello, I'm Dr. Russell Don, President of Concordia University Chicago. Thank you for tuning in to today's Cougar Athletics broadcast. We take great pride in the strength of both our athletic and academic programs, which are rooted in our steadfast commitment to Jesus Christ. Dedicated to the liberal arts as a foundation of a high-quality college degree, we believe education should form individuals for service to their neighbors. This makes Concordia Chicago an exciting and fulfilling place to study, work, learn, and grow. Learn more today by visiting cuchicago.edu. Thank you, and go Cougars!
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Cougar Sports Network for a conference matchup here between Wisconsin Lutheran and Concordia Chicago. I'm Kayla McLeod. On the call all day today, we've got a fun one on the docket. It's a doubleheader in River Forest and double senior day. Doesn't get better than this. Concordia Chicago coming off of a big-time conference win over Benedictine on a Wednesday, looking to keep that momentum rolling here. The offense was really starting to connect and push, and in the heart of conference play, it becomes incredibly important to keep riding that momentum. On the flip side here, for Wisconsin Lutheran, they're coming off of a 1-1 draw against Aurora, so again, looking to get some of that offense rolling. It's crunch time for the NAC as we near the end of the regular season, and those spots for the NAC conference tournament start to get a little bit more telling as we get to this point here. So both teams really looking to come away with a win to help them in that push for the conference tournament. These two teams neck and neck. Concordia Chicago sitting with a NAC record of 3-4-1. They've got 10 points in the conference. Wisconsin Lutheran sitting just ahead of the Cougars, a 4-3-1 record and 13 points in the conference. So this is going to be a really important matchup here. If the Cougars are able to steal this win from the Warriors, that's going to help them in this push for the conference tournament. A familiar lineup here for CUC. Coach Eddie Garza finding his consistent starters and rolling with them as Angelina Moreno out at midfield getting ready to kick things off here in River Forest. A 12:01 start to today's game. Little bit of clouds in the sky. We had some thunderstorms here in River Forest this morning. Rain looking like it's going to hold off the rest of the afternoon and make for a fantastic day of soccer here. Cougars looking to attack early on the offensive end, something that we haven't seen out of CUC this season consistently until that last matchup against Benedictine. This has been a very defense-driven team for the Cougars, so looking to get some of that offensive burst rolling early is what they're going to be looking for. On the flip side here for the Warriors, they're looking to prevent that. They know that the Cougars are coming off of a high-scoring win that really got those wheels turning. So trying to hold the Cougars back and force them back into their defensive set. They know that that's where CUC's played consistently throughout the season, and they're looking to attack that. But taking a look at what we've got in the goal for both teams, Brooke Sheriff making the start in the net for the Cougars. She's one of 3 seniors that was honored here before the game started and making another appearance here in the net. She did not start in the game against Benedictine, but we've seen her consistently throughout the season be a brick wall in front of the net. As a little scuffle there, Cougars coming away with it and finally get the chance to clear it out. That's going to be a throw in for the Warriors. Throw in right in front of the CUC bench. Looking to switch here. That's going to be broken up by the Cougars, but Wisconsin Lutheran coming away with it once again. One of those changes in the CUC lineup today compared to what we've seen pretty consistently throughout the season is the addition of Presley Alvarado in that midfield role. She's been a strong defender for the Cougars, but we haven't seen her make many starts on the season. So getting that start here today, looking to be consistent in the defense. Looking like the tactic here as this corner run into the near side corner is going to result in a corner kick for the Warriors. Nice and early. Brooke Bloom taking that all the way to the flag. And now a set piece here. Corner kicks, something that the Cougars have trouble defending at times. It's something that head coach Eddie Garza has touched on consistently throughout this season and in years past, is being able to defend that corner kick. But that one just goes outside net and a wasted opportunity for the Warriors. Sheriff now, she's just going to pass it on over to El Wheelock and control this a little bit. Cleared upfield now. Hirayama batting it around. Long ball sent down by Mendoza, and that's going to be a throw in for the Warriors. Moreno sends a long ball through. That's going to be disrupted by the Warriors. Cougars staying consistent with it. Flores back to Moreno. Moreno to Alvarado. Over to Natalie Flores now. She cuts back, looks to send that ball inside. Erica Flores with a touch. That's going to send it far. Can Martinez keep it in? She cannot. That's going to be a throw in there. Excuse me, it looks like they might be giving a free kick here. Heading back down the other direction for the Warriors. A great break on the far side there for Bloom, but near side official has the flag up for the offside call. A great look to send that forward. Bloom just breaking just a split second too early. Coming down here, Martinez on the far side. She sends that into the box. Flores with the header. That's going to go just wide. And the Cougars have their first opportunity of the day off the head of Erica Flores. Just a bit off frame, but a great opportunity and a look there. Martinez with a well-placed ball inside, and Flores able to get the touch on it. Seeing this CUC offense ready to roll nice and early here in the day. As that's going to be a throw in here for the Cougars. These two teams, a lot of history. Concordia most recently picking up the win last season against WLC, a 2-1 victory. But the year before that, the Warriors took the 2-1 victory over the Cougars. So it seems like it's been a pretty consistent score for these two teams in one fashion or another. Espinoza Suarez sends it forward to Flores. Back to Flores. A little give and go action there between Natalie and Erica Flores. Natalie Flores sends that in. Angelina Moreno gets a touch on it and can't quite put it on frame. They are going to call that for a corner kick here for CUC. A little bit disrupted, but it looked like Moreno tried to use her right foot on that touch. Believe this is Martinez taking the corner kick here. She sends this one in high along the back line. Getting ahead on it was Moreno. And can't control it. Just a little bit too much juice from Alexa Martinez on that one. Sends it over the heads of everybody. And that's going to be a throw in for the Warriors. Long ball sent down here. It's a good opportunity. Wheelock's going to send it back. Sheriff is going to come outside of the box. Looks to switch it here to Espinoza Suarez. Sends it forward to Flores. Little give and go there once again. Just out of reach of Flores, but that is going to be a throw in here for CUC. Another throw in here. Talked about the NAC tournament already a little bit here today, something that is on everybody's mind as we near the final 4 games of the regular season for the Cougars. And taking a look last season for the Warriors, making their way into the conference tournament, but playing the number 1 seed Illinois Tech in the first round and getting knocked out nice and early. Those top 2 teams in the NAC, pretty consistent between Illinois Tech and MSOE. The Cougars played MSOE in the first round of the tournament last season, got knocked out early once again. And if you take a look at the NAC standings for this year, those 2 teams have already clinched their ways to the number 1 and 2 spots between Illinois Tech and MSOE. So powerhouses in NAC women's soccer, and these 2 teams here continuing to battle for their way into the tournament. As little battle there, Martinez comes away with it, and that's going to be batted away by CUC. Another corner kick here coming for the Cougars. This one coming in, that's going to be batted away by Adima. Cougars still battling with it. Mendoza, it's going to be cleared out. Wisconsin Lutheran trying to take advantage of the Cougar offense being pretty settled in for that corner kick and trying to move quickly downfield, but Wheelock for the Cougars able to bat that ball away. A good ball here on the near side. Blanick could not quite get a touch on it initially. She's able to keep it in, but it's going to go right back to the Cougars. Sheriff calling for it. She clears it upfield right back to Blanick. Trying to catch Bloom running here on this near side. And that's going to be sent out of bounds by Ruckty. Shade on the far side. Gets past Wheelock. Gets past Mendoza. She's looking to send it inside the box. Sends it low on the ground. And that's going to be batted away. Brooke Bloom trying to get a touch on it inside the box. And instead just sends it right out of bounds. A really good look there. Good move from Espinoza Suarez. She's able to get past Blanick, and she's coming upfield quick. Connects with Moreno. Moreno turns. She sends it to Flores. Flores looks inside. Nobody's quite there yet. Cutting that corner. Here's Erica Flores inside. She looks to get it, and it goes in! Natalie Flores to Erica Flores for goal number 1! Natalie Flores did a great job holding off on sending that ball until somebody was in position. Erica Flores made that run, jumped off sides, came back, made a different run, and was able to connect with her right foot and catch that for goal number 1. And CUC goes up early. An unfortunate situation there for if you are Callista Street in goal for Wisconsin Lutheran, because you were so heavily focused on Flores, who looked like she was going to try to take it all the way, and Erica Flores had made a run and then kind of cut back a little bit and then looked to change directions, and so she kind of caught everybody off guard there and then able to just connect with her right foot and catch that side net there and put the Cougars up early. 33 minutes here to play in half number 1, and the Cougars already have the lead. Wisconsin Lutheran with a set piece. They're looking to retaliate here quickly. Wheelock knocks that one away. Flores to Moreno now. Lots of space downfield. Here's Angelina Moreno with plenty of space to have one if she wanted it. Looks to cut back in. She can't quite get there. Broken up by CUC. A great job on the defensive side. Looked like Moreno was going to try to cut to the right and then cut back, and CUC just was not having any of it and able to break things up a little bit. It was another dangerous look for the Cougars, and the Warriors did a really nice job of combating that. Adima here. It's going to go off the foot of Espinoza Suarez. Blahnik throwing it in. Shade trying to catch Bloom. Just sends it a little bit out of bounds, so another throw in here for CUC. Moreno cuts back. Sends that forward. That's going to be broken up by Blahnik. We're going to see our first substitutions of the day. Coming in for Wisconsin Lutheran. Looks like coming off the field is Jolie Blahnik. Coming in is Ava Zarling, sophomore from Jackson, Wisconsin. First substitution here. Erica Flores on the far side. Sends that one inside, but can't connect with Moreno. That's going to be broken up. Cleared away by the Warriors. We're going to see a free kick here for WLC. El Wheelock coming in just a little too hot. A little too much contact for the likings of the officials. Long ball sent down. A little bit too much juice on that one. Right into the hands of Sheriff. Brooke Sheriff, as I mentioned, one of those three seniors being recognized before the game today. And she's a four-year senior on this CUC team, and she's put in a lot of time in the net throughout her years. But one of the things that Coach Eddie Garza had to say about Sheriff was that she came in as a natural leader, as she's tested nice and early with a long shot there from Adima. Bouncing off I believe it bounced initially off of the football crossbar there, and then hitting the actual goal crossbar. So a really good look. Sheriff jumping up, couldn't quite get anything on it. I would say maybe a good 5-10 feet above her head there, but great effort. As I was mentioning, something that Coach Garza had said about Sheriff is that she's defined by her dedication and an overall competitor. And he mentioned that she's become a leader from day one. And that's something that he highlights. And really cool that Brooke Sheriff was Coach Garza's first commit at CUC when he came in 4 years ago. So seeing her recognized on Senior Day is another impressive feat, as Moreno takes a shot that goes right into the hands of Callista Street. Street already being tested here early in the day. She's been the number one go-to keeper for the Warriors throughout this season. Played in 10 games and only allowed 5 goals on the season. 6 now with this goal here from the Cougars. But she's been a fantastic force in the net for WLC this year. Throw in for WLC. Here's Bloom on the near side. She's got options inside. She's taking it all the way to the corner. She cuts past Espinosa Suarez, looks to get one off, and into the hands of Sheriff. It looks like the near side official called for that to be out before it even got to Sheriff, but making that run right there was Zarling. She was ready to get a foot on it. Sheriff coming out and scooping it up before any opportunities. But another throw in here for Wisconsin Lutheran. Cleared away by Espinosa Suarez. Here's Bloom once again. Sends it forward for Zarling. It's going to be broken up by Urbanchek. Cougars able to get possession on that. They're moving quickly. Flores sends a boot downfield. Martinez tracking it. Can she get a touch on it? She does. Sends it inside. That's going to be deflected by the Warriors, and I believe it caught her arm. It did. That's going to be a free kick just outside the box for CUC. Martinez taking the free kick. This one up in the air. Lorenza Mendoza gets a head on it but can't quite connect, sends it the opposite way, and now being tripped up by the Warriors is Angelina Moreno. The clock is stopped. The official not happy about that. They're calling for it inside the box. He's calling for a penalty kick. I believe he's going to say that the contact began inside the box and she tripped up and actually fell outside, which would result in the penalty kick. Natalie Flores taking the penalty kick for the Cougars. The Warriors are not happy with this call. Flores sends it into the back of the net, and the Cougars go up 2-0. A well-placed kick from Natalie Flores finds the back of the net on the right side, and CUC is hot. Street did a nice job jumping in the correct direction, just could not quite get a hand on it. Just escaping past her. So an unfortunate situation. If you're a keeper and you make the jump to the right direction, there's nothing worse than not being able to get a piece of it and deflect it. But CUC up 2-0, under 25 minutes to play here in half number one. If you're the Cougars, this is exactly what you were looking for after that four goals that you scored against Benedictine. You're looking to continue that and keep pressing on as a shot there goes wide from Bloom. But CUC just really trying to capitalize on what they can. This season, we've seen the Cougars make a lot of great runs. They've taken a lot of great shots, and they just have not been able to find the net and actually connect on some of those great runs. So looking to capitalize on what they were able to put together against Benedictine is something that's we're seeing already translate here on the field for them now. And the Warriors, they're having opportunities. They're seeing those shots come through, and they're just missing. And those are things that we've seen from the Cougars throughout the season, that they've been running into that same issue. And it seems like the Warriors making the right runs. They're putting those shots, and they're just barely escaping by. So the Cougars can't get too complacent in where they're at, because this Wisconsin Lutheran offense is continuing to push. There's a set piece here, makes its way just outside the box. Alvarado clears it away. Zastro sends it back into the box, trying to connect with Shade. Wheelock finally able to send it forward to Martinez. Martinez now to Moreno, and that's going to be broken up once again. Opportunity here for the Warriors. Pulling it back, settling, letting the rest of the Cougar defense come here, as this one's going to just miss the foot of Gabriella Farjan. And a sub now coming in for CUC. Number 7, Izzy Fairless coming in for Alvarado. Moreno taking this with a couple touches to the flag. She cuts back with her right foot. Drops back to Fairless. Fairless now sends it forward. Flores looking to send one into the box. That's going to be broken up. Batting around into the air and off the head of Moreno, just wide of the net. Here's Zastro, sends it forward for Farjan. Batted around a little bit, stays in possession of the Warriors. Playing the bounce well is Ginny Shade, but the Cougars coming back with it quickly. Throw in here for CUC. Good touch from Martinez. Can't quite get there in time. Looks to send it in. Instead sends it out. So a goal kick here for the Warriors. 20 minutes now to play here in half number 1. CUC up 2-0 after goal number 1 came off the foot of Erica Flores. Goal number 2 coming off of the penalty kick off the foot of Natalie Flores. Warriors looking to get something going. Here's Farjan. Deep throw in here. Zarling drops it back to Ruckty. Ruckty switches it. And that's going to be broken up by the Cougars. Martinez coming in quick. Space downfield. She sends a long ball down, trying to connect with Flores, but that's going to be broken up by Ruckty. Instead, Flores still coming away with it, just not on the initial run she was making. Natalie Flores looks to send it inside. That's going to be broken up by Ruckty. And a corner kick here for the Cougars. A physical battle between the two number 3s. Anna Ruchti doing a great job on defense, not letting Flores get anything easily. Before this corner, we're going to see a substitution coming in for CUC. Martinez taking the corner here on the near side. Ball is up. Misses the head of everybody. But Cougars still have a chance to keep possession. Luciana Moran Cruz coming in, able to collect it. And I believe they were initially going to give the throw in to the Cougars, but I believe they're going to call a handball, so a free kick for the Warriors. Street able to scoop it up with ease. Flores looks to connect with Fairless. They're going to give the free kick to the Warriors. Little collision there between Fairless and Cook. This one, once again, going to be a free kick here for the Warriors. Urbanchek coming in quickly on Zarling. Puts Zarling out of position for that. Closer opportunity here for the Warriors. Setting up around the 15-yard line. Ball just outside the box. Hirayama gets a head on it first. Flores coming in quickly, and they're going to give the free kick to the Warriors. Farjan went down. Flores thought that it was clean, but instead that's going to give another free kick here for WLC. They're slowly inching closer and closer toward the goal on each set piece. Shade taking this. She sends it deep to the back line, and that's going to be broken up by the Cougars. Adima drops it back for the Warriors. Sheriff coming out, and she's able to scoop that one up with ease. Cougars doing a nice job winning the ball in the air here today. It's something that we've seen throughout the season them struggle a little bit with, is being able to get up and win those. Coach Garza, as I mentioned earlier, has talked about it quite a bit, especially on corner kicks and set pieces, not being able to get a touch on those and winning those balls, and resulting throughout the season, we've seen that result in a goal for the opposing team. So the Cougars doing a nice job today, being able to win that first touch and really control in the air, something that slowly the team's been working on and successfully doing so, as we've seen here today. Stoppage of time here for, I believe, a little bit of banter and a little bit of aggression that the official was trying to handle. But a throw in here for CUC. Under 15 minutes remaining now in the first half. Martinez looks to send that one in. That's going to be broken up by Shade. Erica Flores controls it once again. Sends it back. Mendoza sends a long ball in. Looking good. And just off the head of Moran Cruz, and can't find the target, but a great opportunity, a well-placed ball in from Mendoza. And these are the opportunities that if you're a Cougar fan, you're happy to see them putting those long balls in and seeing them get aggressive on those and actually taking that opportunity. It's something that CUC has been consistent on trying to find those opportunities where they can and being able to send those balls in and have the confidence that somebody's going to be able to get a touch on it. As we're going to see a free kick here. Looked like Cook got Moran Cruz. Free kick taken from around the 15-yard line on the typical football field. Hirayama and Natalie Flores both back to take the kick. Hirayama takes it, sends it just off frame. So a goal kick here for the Warriors. Joining us here today in River Forest is the United U11 girls soccer team. As you saw on your screens earlier today, they walked out with the CUC women's soccer team for starting lineups, coached by one of the assistant coaches for CUC, Cassie Salenzi, a former alum of the program here at Concordia. So always good to get the community involved and bring back our alumni in any way that we can. Having some young fans in the crowd for Concordia, always a great thing to see. As this one is cleared away by the Warriors. This one sent in, batted away, cleared out now by WLC. Flores connects with Moran Cruz. Drops it back to Hirayama. Mendoza sends one in just off of the foot of Fairless. Cleared back out. Another substitution here for the Warriors. Here's Farjan. She sends one here near side for Comares, but can't quite contain it. That's going to be a throw in for the Cougars. Substitution here for CUC. Now into the game for CUC is Morgan Burnap. She's another one of those seniors that was honored here today before the match began. Burnap came in as a grad student, so 1 year of eligibility left, and she chose to play here at CUC for it. Coming in from Stratford, New Hampshire, making her 15th appearance on the season here today. Coach Garza noted her overall commitment to the program, especially coming in as a grad student and knowing that you only have one season left. And he noted that she came in and worked hard and invested in the program despite having a limited amount of time that she was here, but embraced that opportunity entirely. And it's something that he really emphasized how much she embraced and contributed to this program in such a short amount of time. And she's planning on graduating with her master's in exercise science after her time as a CUC soccer player is done. Also checking in for the Cougars is the third and final senior that was honored before this match began in number 15, Ariana Rodriguez. Rodriguez making her 12th appearance on the season here today. Senior from Chicago, Illinois. She's one of the 2 4-year seniors on this program. So Coach Garza really emphasized how much it means to a team to have a 4-year senior and have someone that's committed to the long-term investment of the program. He talked about her intangible contributions to the team and the dedication that she has had throughout her 4 seasons with CUC. Noted all the hard work, the sweat, the tears, the loyalty, and all that comes with it as being a pillar of this program and setting the program on pace to be in a better spot than when she came in. So Coach Garza really highlighting and valuing the 3 seniors here today, and something that you truly just don't realize the impact each and every one of these players has until you get to that senior day and have the opportunity to look back and reflect on 4, 3, 2, 1, however many years of dedication they put into the program. And Coach Garza did a nice job of summarizing that for his seniors here today. Rodriguez chasing down here, but that's going to be passed forward for Comaris, and that's going to be a throw in here for the Warriors. Farjan sends this one down, but that's going to go off the head of Espinoza Suarez. Back to the foot of Zarling, and another throw in for the Warriors. Just about 7 minutes to play here in half number 1. CUC up 2-0 on the Warriors. Ruckty sends this one downfield. A dangerous opportunity. Sheriff makes a dive, but it's going to be cleared out by the Cougars. And finding the back of the net on the miscommunication was Peyton Schiebel. An unfortunate situation there for the Cougars, but a great opportunity to put a dagger into the net if you're the Warriors. Sheriff made the diving attempt at that ball initially, and Urbanchek tried to clear it out and sent it right back to the Warriors. And as Sheriff was making the attempt at getting right back up after her initial dive, just wasn't able to get there in time. So Warriors finally put themselves on the board here. Free kick here for the Warriors. Some new energy at Concordia Stadium as the Cougars' comfortable 2-0 lead has now turned into a 2-1 lead, and the Warriors breathing some new life after finding their first goal of the day. Free kick here, sent deep, but going to be connected on by the Cougars first. Rodriguez now with it. Sends it forward for Fairless. Fairless looks to send it forward and has it rejected by Adima. Little give and go opportunity. It looked like Adima was trying to make a play for Farjan, but Farjan did not make the run. So instead, that ball ends up back with the Cougars. Burnap to Maskery on the far side. Mendoza stealing this one away. She's looking to send it downfield, but nobody was quite in position yet for her to send it. She waits a couple, does send it, and it's going to be booted back by the Warriors. Mendoza once again over to Burnap. Burnap with time. Switches it to Espinoza Suarez. Plenty of space upfield. Looks to send it for Moran Cruz. Moran Cruz was making a different run there, so it's going to be broken up by Shade. Rodriguez now with the ball. Over to Burnap. Cuts back to her left side. Sends it forward to Rodriguez. Rodriguez over to Espinoza Suarez. Drops it back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez looks to turn, instead has it taken away by Ruckty. Warriors now with an opportunity, but instead Comaris tries to connect with Zarling and sends it out of bounds. 4 minutes to play here in half number 1. Warriors doing a nice job of keeping that ball in play. 2 bounces that looked like it could have gone out. The Cougars tried to let it. Instead, they kept it in. Here's Fairless. Maskery gets a foot on it, breaks it up. Moran Cruz also gets a foot on it, but coming away is Schiebel. Farjan drops it back. Shade. Shade sends it back forward to Farjan. Here's Zarling with plenty of space ahead of her. Espinoza Suarez coming in quick. That's going to be broken up by the Cougars once again. Moran Cruz able to get a touch on it. She turns space in the midfield, directing where she wants that run. Looks to connect with Maskery. Instead, they're going to call her offside. Warriors moving quickly to try to take advantage of the Cougars sleeping a little bit on that call. Espinoza Suarez intercepting here. Here's Burnap. Maskery over, looking for Moran Cruz. Hirayama coming in quickly. Tries to send a through ball for Rodriguez. That's going to be broken up by Farjan. Farjan now coming down. Here's Schiebel. Hirayama breaks that one up. Rodriguez back to Hirayama. She's cutting middle. Over to Mendoza. Maskery trying to get a touch on it, could not quite get there. Schiebel now looks to send it forward to Farjan. Farjan coming here on the near side. Rodriguez looks to make the cut. That's going to be cleared out. Communication there from the Cougars prevents Sheriff from jumping out too early. Under a minute to play here. Fairless sends it forward. Moran Cruz trying to get there, cannot quite get there in time. That's going to be a throw in for WLC. Under 20 seconds to play, a substitution being made that's going to see most of this clock run down here. Rodriguez stealing that throw in. And throw in here for CUC as the time expires. And we close half number 1. Concordia Chicago leading 2-1. Getting some things moving on the offensive end early. And the Warriors fighting back as they can. We've got 15 minutes before half number 2 starts. So while these two teams take a quick break, we're going to take one as well. But don't go anywhere. We've got second half action coming up in just about 15 minutes right here on the Cougar Sports Network.
University Chicago is a Christ-centered Lutheran university where truth, freedom, and vocation form students for lives of influence and service for the common good. Our university offers a wide variety of undergraduate and graduate degree options that are available in person and online. That means we have a program designed for you. Whether you're a high school student, an adult returning to complete your degree, or someone looking to enhance your credentials and prepare for career growth. As a member of this university community, you'll also find support in your spiritual and personal life so you can grow in the faith and discover ways to serve others. To start your next journey with us, visit cuchicago.edu today.
Back here on the Cougar Sports Network for half number 2. Concordia Chicago leading the Warriors 2-1. It's senior day in River Forest, and the Cougars are starting the second half off ready to roll. Martinez here on the near side. She sends one high and in and catches the head of Flores but can't quite put it on frame. New keeper in for the Warriors. Making a change at half. Now in the goal, number 31, Sam Schroeder. Seen some significant time in the net for the Warriors as well, making her 10th appearance on the season. She trails right behind Street for their goalkeeping spots. And getting put to work early as the Cougars coming down quick. Martinez cutting back for this. She's met with 2 Warrior defenders, and she's going to have that one stolen away. Hirayama heads it to Mendoza. Mendoza trying to resettle some things here for the Cougars. As Hirayama boots that one well out of play. So a throw in for the Warriors on the far side. If you're just now joining us, it's been an eventful game so far here today. The Cougars initially going up 2-0 in the first half before the Warriors finally able to put that equalizer into the, not the equalizer, put their first goal into the net, and they're still hunting for that equalizer here in the second half, but both teams have not showed any signs of slowing down, still playing aggressive on both sides of the field, and Wisconsin Lutheran having plenty of opportunities, as have the Cougars, to find more goals here, as that one's going to be tripped up just outside the box. It looked like Flores went down. Can't quite get a read on who it was that she collided with, but that's going to be a free kick right outside the box for CUC. CUC finding their 2 goals off of the foot of Erica Flores and Natalie Flores, respectively. Goal number 2 coming off of a penalty kick. Callista Street was in the goal at the time and jumped the right way but could not get a hand on it. Gave the Cougars the 2-0 lead. Now CUC with a great opportunity here early in half number 2. Martinez sends a long ball in, and that's going to, I believe it went off the crossbar. A great look from Alexa Martinez. Gets Sam Schroeder some action in the net early on in the half. Warriors coming down quick, but can't connect on that. It's going to send it out of bounds. Peyton Schiebel looked to switch field there. Instead, just a little bit too much on the pass. Schiebel, actually the lone goal scorer for the Warriors here today, had a rocket of a shot from the top of the box. Went straight to the back of the net past a diving Brooke Sheriff, who was trying to make her way back to her feet after one diving attempt already. But the Warriors coming in quick. Forward ball here for Zarling. And that's going to be sent out of bounds by Wheelock. Sheriff still in goal for the Cougars. Opportunity here. That one's going to be kicked right into the hands of Brooke Sheriff. Prior to today's game was our Senior Day celebration for 3 Concordia seniors, and Brooke Sheriff was one of them. We've talked a lot about her on the broadcast today, and we'll continue to talk about her as a 4-year senior on this team. Done some phenomenal things throughout her career and continues to be a force to be reckoned with inside the net. Martinez coming down on the offensive end. She's been a force to be reckoned with on the offense. She sends that one in, tries to find Erica Flores, but instead is met with the Warriors defense, who controls that one. Here's Schiebel. Sends it forward. Zarling can't get a foot on it. Wheelock sends it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in for the Warriors. Zarling tries to play the bounce. Instead, Cougars going to kick that one out of bounds once again. Cloudy day here in River Forest. Saw some rain in the forecast up until this morning. Rain moving further south and holding off to give us a nice, beautiful day for soccer here. But Angelina Moreno coming down quickly. She tries to send that one in. It's going to be tripped up. She gets back up quickly. Pushed around a little bit in the box. Martinez looks to send one in. Fighting on the backside and cannot connect with Flores. A great opportunity. They're going to call for a corner kick on it. So this looks like somebody from the Warriors squad got a foot on it. Martinez heading over to that far side to take this corner kick. But a really great look. Natalie Flores just could not quite get a foot on it. But another opportunity here for CUC. Their fourth corner of the day. This one's lifted near side. Flores jumping. And a little bit of a collision, I believe, with Mendoza. And somebody else on the far side. I can't quite get a number read on it. I believe Colliard and Mendoza collided a little bit. So a free kick here for the Warriors. That one off the head of Presley Alvarado and played in favor of the Warriors. Reagan Espinoza Suarez for CUC doing a nice job of breaking that up. But a throw in here for the Warriors met with yet another throw in. Mendoza trying to clear that one away, but it's going to be batted off of the Cougars, and Sheriff scooping that one up. She's tripped up a little bit in the box, but gets back up quickly and looks to boot this ball downfield. Warriors coming down quickly. It's going to be a throw in for WLC on the far side. The Warriors doing a nice job trying to play the bounce on these throw-ins. Instead of trying to get that first touch initially, letting that ball bounce, playing it, and being able to get the jump around the CUC defender. It's been working so far, but thankfully the Cougars have had that second defender that's there. But the Warriors seeing the gaps in the CUC defense, and they're capitalizing on it. Throw in for Concordia. Dropped at the feet of Moreno. She cuts back toward the middle. Ruckty playing tight defense. Moreno tries to send that ball down to Martinez, has it broken up. Here's Hirayama. She cuts back with her left foot, plays it across field. Espinoza Suarez plays it forward. Here's Natalie Flores. She's got space. She looks to send it in. That's going to be batted around. Little back and forth here. The Warriors trying to call for a handball, but instead they're going to clear it downfield. Erica Flores now coming away with it. She sends it over to Alvarado. Alvarado with space in front of her. She's trying to direct a route. Sends it here for Moreno. Sends it flag for Martinez. Martinez now sends one inside. Looks for Flores. Flores gets a foot on it. Cannot control it. That's going to be batted around and cleared out. Great defense from the Warriors. Hirayama coming in with aggression. She's going to knock over Peyton Schiebel get the free kick for the Warriors, but really hats off to this Warrior defense. That back line done a nice job on the last few Concordia offensive possessions and clearing things out quickly and breaking up those passes. Zastro and Cook really holding that defense and not letting the Cougars have anything easy inside. And translating it down to the offensive end here is once again the Warriors playing the bounce. But that one's going to be taken away by Espinoza Suarez. Flores trips up a little bit, but she's got space moving upfield. She cuts middle. Looking Martinez here on the near side. Instead looks for Moreno and has that one cleared out by Cook. Under 34 minutes to play here in the game. We're going to see this heading down for the Cougars. Looked like the official was calling for a little bit too much physicality there. So free kick for CUC. Has some time to set their offense up. These two teams battling for points in NAC play as we near the end of the regular season. Both of these teams trying to ensure that their ticket is punched to the postseason. Wisconsin Lutheran sitting just ahead of Concordia Chicago in the NAC rankings, 13 points to the Cougars' 10. But CUC with the 2-1 lead here has a lot of promise should these results hold. Another throw in for CUC. A little bit of a battle there between O'Neal and Martinez. Martinez gets ahead on that one. Moreno can't quite get there in time. Instead, Cook able to clear it out. Schiebel tries to send it forward. Instead, gives a throw in here for the Cougars. CUC moving quickly here. Yama tries to send it in, but nobody in motion. Here's Comaris. She sends a long ball down. Plenty of space and opportunity. Zarling is chasing it. But without that advantage, they're going to give a free kick back near the football 35-yard line or so. Zarling had a really good jump on that ball, just not enough speed to be able to get there in time. If she would have gotten that touch on it and had that advantage, that would have been a very dangerous spot for the Cougars. This ball sent well over everybody's head, but coming in quickly on that far side. Plenty of opportunity. That ball's going to be sent in, batted away. Back and forth on that far side. A great look from Colliard. And that's going to be a WLC throw-in, but we're going to see some subs here in the meantime. Farjan taking that throw in. Immediately met with challenge from Natalie Flores. She's coming downfield quick. Flores, one of the goal scorers here today for CUC. She sends it across to Alvarado. Alvarado coming down. Can't quite get it off of her foot in time. That's going to be broken up by Ruckty. A very physical battle here in the midfield. Hirayama now sends it forward for Martinez. Martinez cuts back. She's got space. Takes one with her left foot, and that's going to go right into the hands of the goalkeeper here. Sam Schroeder making a great save here to prevent the Cougars from going up another goal. Schroeder's first save of the day. Flores to Martinez. Martinez Cuts back to her right side, feeds Moreno here. Moreno has that one broken up by Cook. Cook to Colliard. Colliard now to Farjan. Farjan, plenty of space on that far side. Cuts back for Shade. Shade over to Sheeble. Sheeble over back to Colliard. Zastro tries to send one forward, but that's going to go right to Alvarado. Alvarado takes that one forward now, sends this. Plenty of space onside. Alexa Martinez has the space, looks to send it in, and goes right into the hands of Schroeder once again. Looked like she was trying to send that for Natalie Flores, but jumping out and making the grab was Schroeder. Mendoza here for the Cougars with plenty of space. She sends it forward. Martinez can't get ahead on it. Instead, it's going to bounce off of the leg of Erickson. Erickson controls it, sends it forward to Colliard. Colliard now. Stutter step, she cuts back towards the middle. Has that one broken up by Urbanchek. Moreno, space to turn. She's got options. Sends it forward for Flores. Flores with one touch and sends it right into the hands of Schrader. CUC, plenty of opportunities here, and they are making Sam Schrader work in her first 17 minutes in the game. Throw in for CUC. Hirayama, Colliard. That's going to be a throw in for the Cougars. Erickson challenged by Moreno. Moreno comes away with it. She cuts back. Has some space. Looks to send it in. Flores can't connect on it once again. Sam Schrader makes the sliding grab. Martinez to Flores is a dangerous connection, as 3 back-to-back opportunities that just cannot quite connect, but they are looking for that consistently. Cook sends that one downfield. Alvarado now. Cuts back for Hirayama, sends it forward to Martinez. A little bit of a missed touch from Martinez, but she comes away with it nonetheless. Espinoza Suarez now. She cuts, sends it over to Flores. Flores has one just off frame on the upper right-hand side. Cougar offense is attacking heavily. Great looks from the Cougars. Erica Flores had plenty of space. It was a well-taken shot, just a little bit off frame. And some subs coming in for the Warriors. Bloom here on the near side. Challenged by Wheelock. That's going to be a throw-in for CUC. Martinez now challenged by Colliard. Colliard comes away with it. Urbanchek tripping up Jolie Blanick for a free kick near the 20-yard line. Zastro taking this free kick. Looks to send it in. Batted around a little bit. I believe it found the head of Shade, but just off frame. Under 25 to play now here in this important NAC matchup. Moreno here. Drops it back for Espinoza Suarez. Physical battle here in the midfield. Alvarado able to get it off of her foot, and the Cougars able to maintain some control here. Broken up by Farjan, and that's going to be a throw in for the Warriors. Doubleheader action here in River Forest today. CUC men's soccer taking on Wisconsin Lutheran after the conclusion of the women's game here. It's also CUC men's soccer senior day, so stick around on the Cougar Sports Network for game number 2 and that senior day celebration as Natalie Flores over to Erica Flores. And Erica Flores cannot quite get a controlled shot on that, so Schrader able to scoop it up. Schrader's kick straight out of bounds. A throw in here for CUC. For that, we're going to get a substitution here. Izzy Fairless entering the game for Alexa Martinez. Moreno here. Trying to get past Erickson. Erickson staying on her hip. Espinoza Suarez now. She cuts in. Cuts back. Looking for options. Can't find anybody that she's looking for. Has that one poked away. Bloom sends this one forward, trying to connect with Blahnik. And that's going to be a throw in for the Cougars. Mendoza here. Forward for Fairless. Fairless trying to get past Erickson there. Can't quite do so. Alvarado finds Hirayama. Hirayama has one from deep. The bouncing attempt from Schrader. Moreno with the follow-up, and she sends it up through the uprights. A rocket of a shot from Hirayama that just deflected off of Schrader. Moreno right there for the cleanup, and instead successfully gets the field goal, but not the goal needed. Cougars coming out aggressive here in the second half, seeing a handful more of those deep, wide-range shots, and they've been close and they've been working. And the Warriors doing a nice job to not let easy things coming inside the box, but the Cougars, they're capitalizing. They're finding that space outside of the box and seeing what they can do as well. As Fairless looks to send that one in, it's going to be broken up. Colliard sends this one downfield. Connects with Blahnik. Blahnik sends it back over to Bloom. Bloom's got space here. Bloom has that one poked away by Wheelock, but that's going to be a deep throw in for the Warriors. Blahnik sends this one in. And it does not find anybody on the initial run. Shade able to come away with it, keep possession for the Warriors. She's trying to send that one in. deflected off the Cougars. But it's going to be a throw in here. She tries to move quickly. Farjan here. And that's going to be cleared out by CUC. Moreno has a play on it. Rest of the Warrior defenders coming down. Moreno looks to get past the one defender. She does. And that's going to go right into the hands of Schrader. A 2-on-1 situation there. Moreno had one defender to beat and the keeper able to get past Cook, but right into the hands of Schrader. I don't think anybody was really expecting that clear to have that much of a direction and a direct path to where they needed to go. As a corner kick here for CUC. We're going to see a substitution first, but slide tackle there from Aubrey Cook, preventing that potentially dangerous opportunity again, not letting Fairless turn that corner, and instead gives them the corner. As we're going to see Moreno coming out and Luciana Moran Cruz coming in for CUC. Alvarado taking this corner kick. She sends it up for Fairless. Fairless one back to Alvarado. Alvarado sends it in. It's low on the ground. That's going to be broken up by Farjan. Warriors try to clear it out, but goes right to the foot of Urbanchek. And CUC remains with the ball in their offensive end here. Erica Flores, a little bit of a battle. She's trying to find somewhere to get this ball off her foot. She finds Fairless. Fairless dancing around here. Back up to Flores. Flores has one with some spin on it, and it misses just wide. Looking for that far post upper corner, and instead just misses. So once again, Concordia taking advantage of the space that they have, seeing that they're not having success inside the box and finding wherever they can to get these shots off. Another great look from Erica Flores. Mendoza to Fairless. Fairless tries to cut in. A little bit of a stumble there, but she keeps with it. Cuts back with her left foot. She has some space. She looks to take one, but that's going to be broken up by Cook. Blanek here. Broken up by Hirayama. Cougars come away with it. Blanek here in the midfield once again. Sends it forward for Shade. Shade switches it for Colliard. Colliard with some space. Cuts back middle for Blanek. Has that one poked away, but it's right back to Colliard. Schiebel takes one well wide. But a good look from Peyton Schiebel. Warriors having a hard time even penetrating inside, so they're going to take those long looks. And Schiebel, already your goal scorer from today, and she scored her goal from a little bit of a distance and with some force on it, so not a bad look for Schiebel. Moran Cruz here. She's cutting middle with some space. Looks to find Fairless. Fairless cutting in. That's going to be broken up by Erickson. Natalie Flores on the far side comes away with it. She's challenged by Farjan. Sends it in, and Cook clears it right back out. Over the head of Bloom, but she's tracking quickly. Sheriff now with it. She sends it over to Mendoza. Mendoza here cuts middle, but has that broken up. And a dangerous opportunity, the shot, and a goal. But they're going to call the free kick first. A great look there from Brooke Bloom. Gets past Sheriff in goal, but Mendoza gets hit hard, and they're going to call that one first. Schiebel here in the midfield. She drops it back to Ruckty. Bloom tracking it down, but it's going to be a throw in for CUC. Going to see substitutions here. Throw in for CUC lands at the feet of Moran Cruz. Looks to send it down. Recovers it, but the Warriors coming away with it. Throw in for CUC here on the near side. Zarling to Schiebel. Looks to switch it. Sends it right back towards the middle. Zarling once again. Colliard sends it inside. A look and a save for Brooke Sheriff. Warriors really trying to attack from outside, taking those shots, and it's worked so far today. We've seen them find the power to be able to strike that, but that shot just a little bit too light and right into the hands of Sheriff. So you see coming down at the other end now. Fairless looks to send it in, but instead she's going to get a corner kick out of it. Under 14 to play here in the game. The sixth corner of the day for CUC. Martinez taking it once again. Can't quite connect. I believe Shade might have gotten the first touch to try to flick it away. Cougars trying to come out, and Schrader making the jumping grab with Moran Cruz pressuring. Blanick looks to send one down. Wheelock able to come away with it. Warriors trying to move quick here. Zarling over to Schiebel. Schiebel has one from deep, and that's going to go far wide. Sheriff taking her time, scooping it up, letting that clock run down as much as she can. Shade with the pressure. Sheriff with the grab. Rodriguez sends it forward for Flores. Erica Flores here. She connects with Izzy Fairless. Fairless sends one inside. Gets past the defenders, but no Cougar in the right position. CUC still maintains possession. Here's Rodriguez again. Has that one broken up by Colliard. Colliard looks to send it forward. Excuse me, not Colliard. Adama. And instead has that broken up, so that's going to be a throw in for the Warriors. Just about 10 minutes to play here in the game. CUC still up 2-1. All goals have been scored in the first half so far here. But both teams keeping up with the offensive momentum. No shortage of shots. Concordia, 15 total shots, 6 on goal. Wisconsin Lutheran, 7 total shots, 3 on goal. Two teams that are looking to keep the offensive momentum going. A little bit of a collision in the midfield. Everybody jumps right back up. Wisconsin Lutheran with an opportunity here. Sends that down to Zarling. Zarling cuts back. Drops it back. Plenty of space. Pressure from Martinez. Rodriguez comes away with it. Hirayama comes away with it. Sends it long ball down. Fairless chasing it. But Erickson and Cook able to control and clear. Zastro over to Schiebel. Opportunity here for the Warriors. Blanek has some space. She looks to cut back inside. Nobody can connect. Misses the foot of Shade initially. And then the follow-up from Adama just misses high. So we're going to see some fresh legs coming in for the Cougars. Some substitutions coming in. On the far side now. Moreno cannot quite keep it in. Making the run. But they are going to call for a corner on it. And another substitution for CUC. The 7th corner kick for the Cougars here today. Martinez takes it, lifts it. Fairless gets a touch on it. Flores follows up, sends it back out to Martinez, sends it in once again. Backside, can't connect with Moreno. That's going to send things down the other direction for the Warriors. Taking a look at the final regular season schedule for both teams here. Obviously facing off against one another here today. And for the Warriors, closing out the regular season schedule, they've got Marion as their next game after CUC. They've got back-to-back home games on the 22nd and the 25th, Marion and Dominican, before rounding out the regular season on the road at Edgewood. Meanwhile, taking a look at CUC for the remainder of the regular season. Obviously here today, they're going to hit the road to take on Edgewood, and then hit the road again to take on Marion before coming home, closing the regular season right here in River Forest against the Division Street rival in Dominican University. That'll be on October 29th, a 2 p.m. start here at Concordia Stadium to close out the regular season. Both of these teams still have not clinched a spot in the NAC tournament, but are both currently if the standings held as they are today, both teams would make it, but there is a lot of things that are very fluid at the moment, as we've mentioned a couple times on the broadcast that CUC sitting at that 3-4-1 record in the NAC with 10 total points. Wisconsin Lutheran sitting with a 4-3-1, 13 total points. I mean, those things can switch very easily as that goes off of the foot of, I believe, Brielle Wisey, if I'm reading that number correctly. Under 7 minutes now to play. Throw in here for CUC. Shade over to Adama. Adama sends it forward for Zarling. Flag stays down. Zarling has an opportunity. She cuts back. Left foot. Right past the diving Brooke Sheriff for goal number 2 for the Warriors. The equalizer finds its way into the net. Zarling dancing her way through 3 defenders and finding the goal past Brooke Sheriff. A very pretty goal from Zarling. And with under 7 minutes to play, we are all knotted up at 2 apiece. Zarling's 7th goal of the season, and a big goal here for the Warriors. Espinoza Suarez with the ball on the far side. That's going to be a throw in for CUC. Moreno sends it up and high. Martinez tracking it in the box. Fairless trying to get on it. It's going to be cleared out by Cook. The diving Schrader makes the play for it. Collides with Flores in the process. It's going to be a goal kick. We're going to see some substitutions coming in. Erica Flores back in the game for the Cougars. Hirayama gets ahead on this. Battling for it once again. Moreno over to Martinez. She looks to send one in, but instead that's going to be rejected by Erickson. Corner kick for CUC. Time slowly chipping away. Under 5 minutes to play now. Martinez taking this corner. She sends this one high and in. Off the head of Mendoza. And cleared out by Zastro. It's going to be another corner kick for the Cougars on the opposite side. Martinez making the dash from one flag to another to take this corner. Martinez sends this one up a little bit further out. Hirayama gets it on her head. Flores with it. Sends it back to Martinez. Martinez cuts back for Flores. Flores just misses. Sends it back for the keeper. Under 4 minutes to play here. Throw in for the Cougars. Flores trying to regain possession here. The Warriors coming down quickly. Far side is Colliard. Has that one broken up by Espinoza Suarez. Cougars take a quick free kick here. CUC trying to take advantage here. Moreno looks to send it forward to Martinez. Martinez has the opportunity. She's going to have one. Sends it. Just misses. Natalie Flores tracking on the backside. Under 3 to play now. Schrader taking her time to send this ball out. After trailing by the majority of the game, the Warriors happy to have tied things up a little bit. Blanek bumping Martinez off the ball. Colliard on the far side, challenged by Espinoza Suarez. A little back and forth battle. Little trip up on both sides. They're going to give that to the Cougars. Espinoza Suarez moving quickly. The throw in. 2 minutes remaining in this game. 2 minutes left in the second half. Tied 2-2. A lot of twos going around. Cougars trying to move quickly. Erica Flores here. Sends it forward for Martinez. A rocket that's going to bounce off of her knee. Erickson clears it out. Throw in for CUC. Minute and 30 remaining. Moreno. Back to Martinez. Martinez tries to cut inside. She's going to have that broken up by Blanek. Erickson coming down with space here on the near side. Schiebel tracking this one in quickly. Dropped back to Espinoza Suarez. Challenged once again by Schiebel. She's playing tight defense. Physical battle here as we enter the final minute of play. CUC trying to move quickly. The throw in. Moreno takes the bounce. She looks to send it in. Zastro controls it. Alvarado sends it back down into the box. Cook sends it away with her head. Espinoza Suarez here. Over to Natalie Flores. Natalie Flores coming down. She has that poked away by Ruckty. That's going to be a throw in for the Warriors. Under 30 seconds to play now. Another throw in here for WLC. As we enter the final 10 seconds of the game, WLC has the throw in. Zarling on the far side. That ball's up in the air, and as that final buzzer goes off, we are going to end this game in a 2-2 draw. Overall, not what you were hoping for as a Cougars fan after CUC on top the majority of the day and giving up that late goal for the equalizer here. But both teams picking up a point here in NAC play on senior day. Taking a look at the final stat line here. WLC at 10 total shots, 5 shots on goal, 4 saves across their 2 goalkeepers. Sam Schrader coming in half number 2. She picked up 3 saves. Callista Street in the start for the Warriors. She had 1 save on the day. On the flip side of that, CUC 17 total shots, 6 of which were on goal, and 3 saves for Brooke Sheriff. Sheriff, the lone Cougar in the net for the day. As I mentioned, it was senior day, so wanting to give one final shout out to the 3 CUC women's soccer seniors for all of their hard work and contributions to this program. Brooke Sheriff, Ariana Rodriguez, and Morgan Burnap. A great effort from all 3 of those seniors as well as the rest of the CUC team here today, picking up the 2-2 draw. But that's about time to do it for the women's game here. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got game number 2 of our doubleheader against Wisconsin Lutheran coming up. The men's soccer team taking on Wisconsin Lutheran. We're looking at about 30 minutes before that game starts, but all of that can be found right here on the Cougar Sports Network as well. Before I sign off, wanting to give one final shout out to everybody that made today's production possible. Our camera operators today, Jack Linko and Elliot Higgins. Our producer responsible for making the live stream look as beautiful as always, Alan Mateo. On the other side, operating the scoreboard and doing PA for us was Dave Daimling, and our student spotter, Abby Coolig, and doing stats for us, the Assistant Director of Athletic Communications, Corey Welch, and I'm Kayla McLeod. Thanks so much for joining me here today. We'll be back in about 30 minutes for the men's game right here on the Cougar Sports Network.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's Concordia University Chicago Cougars Athletics broadcast. We hope to see you on campus very soon. If you would like to learn more about what Concordia Chicago has to offer, go to cuchicago.edu.